Obstacles are placed in our way to see if we're willing to earn our victory. My friends, let's jump into these charts. 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes each and every day. That's all we ask. Your job is to overcome that obstacle of not having enough time. Don't worry about how long it takes once you spend that 10 to 15 minutes with us each and every day, because once you achieve success, that is being able to accurately chart the markets, limit your losses, run out your gains, my friends, the world is your oyster. You'll make up for all the time you ever spent. Everything's up for the day except gold, pulling back just a little bit, 0.20%. Let's jump first into the S&P 500. I have the trade execution summary grid for you. Please remember that we do send this out every day in the show notes. That is the email that comes out to you. It will be included in there, so you don't have to write all these numbers down. Just go to chartingwealth.com, sign up for free. You only get 5 emails at a maximum a week. That's each and every day we chart the market. If it's a short week, it's only 4 emails. And again, we never spam or sell that list. Chartingwealth.com. Let's go. S&P 500, where are we? Well, we are up just a little bit. And in fact, do you remember me yesterday talking about where we were in the market, where it looked like things were heading off to, and what we saw occurring? And again, I told you, I was like, I'm not sure how strong I feel about this, because if you look at where we were on the half day, we had that big movement down in the morning, but then the recovery in the afternoon. And I said, guys, the probability has moved from going down to up 60% that things would go up. And lo and behold, my friends, they did. And I said, I'm not putting a whole lot of trust in that, but I'll be darned if things did not move up. They didn't rocket up, but they did go up. Where are we now? Well, we've gone from 60% to 65%. Our backtest accuracy is 70% from 65% yesterday. Our entry point is a little less than we are now, 559.56. Our exit point, 565, up about $5.45. This is again over the next 5+ days. That is where we see, and you can see it's from that recovery on the 195-minute chart. You can see where things dipped strong over that prior 2-day candle, but this latest two-day candle, again, not reaching the lows there before. These are Heikin-Ashi candlesticks. This week, again, we see the low back on the week beginning the 10th. This is the interim low, the 10th of March. That was 548.03. This week, 557.30. I'm sorry, this week, 546.87. So again, it was 548.03. This week, 546.87. So again, we are paralleling some of those lower moves, but we're having a little bit of move up here. So again, 65%, not the greatest thing in the world, but I mean, it worked yesterday. We'll keep a close eye on the S&P 500 and on this 195-minute chart, just seeing, we can see where things have leveled down, and you can see where that strong down move, of course, occurred when? It occurred on Monday and has since tried to recover from that. That's why it's depicted on this latest 2-day, on the prior 2-day candle, the prior fulfilled 2-day candle. We're halfway through the latest one. Let's look at the NASDAQ 100. Where are we on that? Oh, and by the way, stop loss on the S&P 556 flat. So NASDAQ 100, yesterday, we were up 55%, so that's about the toss of a coin. Better today, 60% is what we see the directional movement. Backtest accuracy, 65%. Jumping in point, 470. That is pulling back a little bit before it throws you in. Exiting at 478. That's a $7 plus move, 65% backtest accuracy. Again, we can see where, similar to the S&P, we didn't have a green candle yesterday on the second half of the day, but we had 2 green candles this morning. And again, we can see where things really jammed down on Monday and then have since tried to recover going lower. So again, I'm seeing this on our calculations. I still realize that on both these charts, we sure have a heck of a lot of overhead, a heck of a lot of force continuing to push the S&P and the NASDAQ down. And again, the caveat is our directional movement, even though it is up on both these, it's 65 and 60% respectively. I'm not jumping into anything that low. I want where we're getting up to now with TLT as we move on. It was up for the day. In fact, yesterday we told you we were up 70% upward probability and 75% back test accuracy. And as we look at tomorrow at the end of today's movement, we are now going from 70 to 75% directional probability. Entry point is about just a little bit higher than we are right now, 91.56. Exit point 93.50. And again, these exit points, I'm just giving you what our projections are for the next 5+ days. Doesn't mean you have to get out. It simply means that's where we are with potential exit points, where we see resistance that it can sure push through. It's about a $2 move, 80% back test accuracy. If you do jump in and start riding that pony up, doesn't mean you have to get out when you hit those potential exit points. You could keep on going. We see last week had a down candle. After all green, going all the way back to the week beginning January the 21st. Things really hit the interim high back on at the beginning of March, then slid sideways, popped down the week of the 24th of March, and then, of course, as we end March, get into April, we see things trying to move up on bonds, again, up for the day, 0.51% to just a little over 0.5%. Now, let's go into gold. Gold's our only thing that pulled back. It pulled back a little bit, and you can see where it did it at the end of the day after going up in the morning. Where are we on gold? Well, we're even stronger than we were yesterday. 80% up move directional probability, 85% back test accuracy. We're now going, I hadn't seen 90% back test accuracy in a heck of a long time. 85% up directional move of about $5. Jumping in point is right about where we are right now, maybe pulling back about 50 cents to 287. We're currently at 287.57. And the exit point 292, about a $5 move there. And again, 90% back test accuracy. So let's watch gold. And again, remember all of these, what do you want to see? You want to see a green Heikin-Ashi candlestick in the 195-minute chart with increasing volume on the up moves. So that is where we are. Again, this is a day where we got everything forecasted up like we did yesterday, and just about everything was, but gold. What about HODL? Well, HODL is coming in just like it was yesterday. Yesterday it was just totally flat, 50% up, 50% down. Today it's 55% up. I'm not doing anything with that. $24.05 jumping in point, $24.50 jumping out point. You're going to you're going to jump in for 45 cents? Not me. With a 60% back test accuracy? No thanks. We're still waiting for Bitcoin to sort itself out. We have had lots of downward pressure and then a sideways slide last week gave us some hope. It was going to take off, and then that has died this week. It is moving up for the day, up nicely, 3.13%. Not much of a trend line that we've drawn here at all. It is below it, but I'm not putting any stock in that weak trend line at all. That is where we are, my friends. We so appreciate all our Patreon supporters. You want to support us, we'd love to have you. First things you'll get, like I said earlier, my new book, 3-Wave Trading Advantage. And you will also get our 3-part series, Options Made Simple, The Charting Wealth Way. God bless, all the best from Charting Wealth.